let's do this. Geno, everybody, you know what you're going to get from Geno. I only have a couple of clips of him. So
my picture. She's a slob. She's an evil, angry slob.
Okay, so let me say this. When he opened the show, he opened it up with me getting upset. I did go on this little piggy Friday and sort of answer some questions and stuff about it. I did get upset, and I wish that I hadn't. It's something that I tried not to do. And am I an emotional person? Sure, but it takes a lot to get me upset. And if I had it all over to do again, I would have done things probably a little bit differently. But point being, he loved it. He, reveled in that. So that's what he did. The first 5 minutes of his show was just me talking, getting upset and stuff. So he's talking about me. I'm the slob. It's me.
And this is the beauty of the Dabbleverse. Apparently, if this is true, and I believe it, shout out to Keanu. And I was talking to Keanu and whatchamacallit today, texting with her and Steel Toe. And I was like, oh my God, do I get to take a victory lap for being right? And they're like, we get to take a victory lap. And I said, no. You get to run a victory marathon, because this is the alleged story that.
All right, I might as well pause it there. First of all, I just realized we have similar color shirts on. This is my new Bing 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 shirt. We'll be getting to something about that later on as well. It's got huge letters on the back. Super cute. Love it. So I'm glad that we are matching today. On the screen, this right here, I'm going to talk about that in a second too. I've got something that I think you guys are going to enjoy. Basically, he and Keanu and Aaron were all in a group chat together, which I would love to be able to see what that's all about. Can you imagine? But talking shit and obviously doing a victory lap, jumping up and down. Excited to see that Jackie left the show.
This fat slob, who I called a slob, who said probably has such a shitty life. And if you don't know which one, fine. But here, I'll put it in common English, Matt, and you'll appreciate this, okay? BYB, I was hoping you'd be here. You lose. And let me tell you what you lose. You lost us as friends, and that's what drives him nuts. And we'll get to that sad man in a minute.
He's mad.
But he's losing his mind. Everyone loses their mind because slobs like that dizzy cunt that have nothing to do with their lives. I've said this. I cannot thank you guys enough for being here. I have so much fun hanging out with you. I don't even know how many people are in here so far. I'm guessing.
He was just talking about a dizzy bitch or something, and then back to the chat. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here.
I'm guessing it's not a lot. There's 15 on YouTube, killing it.
15 on YouTube.
Let's see how many are on the Rumble. Maybe we could break 50 total. There you go. Fucking up at 44.
So 15 and 44. Got it. So in this next little section, he starts to rant about the doorman rumor, I guess attributing it to us, but all we had said was Balmert, I hope he's in here. Balmert had called in to Nobody Likes Onions and was talking about a rumor that he had heard about Keanu and, being with doormen for drugs. And we had just talked to someone in New York that had told us the same story. So we were in the chat. We were like, we heard the same thing. But anyway, it's our fault. Everything's our fault. We're always the boogeyman, especially with these three. So anyway, he says something gross about waiting to eat cum once Keanu is done blowing one of the doormen. It's like a slip that I don't think he realized he did, but it's very cucky.
James, for bringing that up. That's, watch this.
Curious.
To quote Frankie McDonald, so not true. And if you don't get, this is the beauty of it. People make up lies about us to feel that they don't know. And everything you know about us, we've told you. Keanu, as we speak, is doing the fucking Drinking Brothers podcast. The last time she did it is when she told the story about selling one butthole picture and laughed about it. And then they're on the internet. They're not. And then fucking people she's blowing the doorman at the stand. She's not even at the stand. And if she was blowing the doorman, trust me, I'd be there saying, can I get a spot when she spits it? But no.
Did you hear that? I know he gets rambling and it's hard to listen to, but let me see if I can play it again.
So you get people they're on the internet. They're not. And then fucking people she's blowing the doorman at the stand. She's not even at the stand. And if she was blowing the doorman, trust me, I'd be there saying, "Can I get a spot when she spits it?" But no.
Did y'all hear that? Like, what? I did, Balmer. I did, because he's telling the doorman story, and so I figured it would be a good time. I'm glad you're here, though. I was like, I hope he's here.
So you get people like this that make up horrible lies, and I'm trying to think who says that shit sticks to your soul. And after a while,
now he's getting ready to tell a shit ton of lies. So this advice that he's giving to everyone else, he needs to take.
And this
himself.
Fat cunt slob Jackie, not to be confused with the cunt slob whore that is Kayla Rakeda.
Who is talking about Kayla?
Another piece of shit that dragged us into their life, and people defend them when they are the shittiest people alive.
Okay, hold on. We've said it a billion times, but it has to be said. Kayla didn't drag you into shit. She doesn't even know who you are, other than what happened with the picture. No, your friend Aaron sent you a picture live on air. He shouldn't have done that, of Kayla Rakeda. She didn't bring, she's not messing with you in your life and trying to pull you through the court system and all the weird shit that you've been saying. That's untrue. So,
and you defend shitty people you've never met so you can keep attacking people that you know are better than you. Then you live this life. And oh my God, watching this dumb cunt cry. So
once again, he's all confused. He doesn't know who the hell he's talking about. I guess Jackie's crying. The whole time he goes back and forth. He doesn't know who he's talking about or which one's which.
Cry. Haha, shout out, Rich Osborne. Called this one a while ago. Jackie finally got tired of the browbeating she would take every show from the miserable redhead. Take a bow, Keanu. Yeah. And then you find out she's got some personal shit life that a lot of us called. A lot of us said, what are you doing? Why are you shitting on us?
Now, look, I'm going to probably say a couple things today, and I probably shouldn't speak for Jackie, but I think she would approve if she were here to hear it. Jackie has a wonderful life. She has a beautiful life, and it's something that they would be, lucky to have. Yeah.
What? And the best part is, if this is true, they found out about her. Here we go. Let's say, I love to do this. Let's go. The friend of my enemy is my friend. You know it, Doodle. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. She blew gnome.
He'll get back to it.
Gnome, she did not. Now, this is great. This is great. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, so what do you got here? Just over 2 weeks after Aaron Imholt leaked rumored information about Haley's co-host being a mud shark with multiple baby daddies, she now has left the show. Was Aaron a factor in breaking this up? Stay tuned, hacks. I'm going to give you 2 hours. I'm going to give you, watch this. We're going to watch this. I'm going to get my coffee. I'm going to get my tea. We're going to watch this. And trust me, so much to get to. But you do understand what breaks these people. What has always fucking broken these people is what happened with that piece of shit Sean when fucking somehow a picture of him, BYB, popped up on the internet.
Okay, I'm going to try to translate this. So just a second ago, when he read this Misery Loves Clips tweet, he said that Jackie was a mud shark and that's what got her all upset, and that Aaron had leaked information proving this, and that had upset her enough for her to leave the show. None of that is true. I don't know where Aaron is getting the information that he's getting. It doesn't matter. It reminds me of the DQ, DQ Grill and Chill, where somebody just emails him some random nonsense and he runs with it. But he can't keep the story straight. But that line of thought took Geno to Schizo Sean. And we went over this before a couple weeks back. Schizo Sean went out to see them perform. Was it Content House? Yeah, Content House. Chrissy Mayer's Content House. Schizo Sean goes he paid VIP tickets to go. Ends up drinking more than he should have, whatever. He's sort of obviously way drunk at the bar. But the next day, he told the whole story. So if you want to hear the whole story, go back to on our channel. There's one called Content Circus. That's the episode. But long story short, Geno posts a picture of Schizo Sean's ID. And it's got, his middle and last name marked out and the address marked out. But you can see him plain as day, his first name, the state that he's from, basically threatening to fully dox him. So I just thought it was interesting that, that line of thought, Aaron leaks private information, blah, blah, blah. And his next triggered thought is Schizo Sean, because he knows what Aaron's information was that he was holding, and he knows where he got it from too.
Not his license, not his address. The thing about comedians is people know who we are, what we look like, where we live, where they can find us. But these fucking
do y'all know where he lives? Like, I don't understand that. That's a weird statement that people, we know that you're in New York, but
it's like that cunt slob Haley, whoever this fucking dippy cunt's name is.
See, he doesn't know. He's like that dipshit Haley, and then whoever this cunt is. It's like, that's me.
These fucking people, the second you fucking say, I know where you live, or I know who you are, or I know what you do, they're like, oh, I'm a victim. Welcome to the party, pal. Schizo's done. He's in the fucking wake. No one cares. J-Mo.
Here's sort of the difference between that, I feel like. Jackie and I both came on here with our name. We came on here with our face. Now, Schizo Sean comes on with his face and Schizo Sean, so we all sort of assumed that was his first name and his cute little rabbit hat. But he's more or less anonymous. We also know that he's from, I think, Colorado. From him saying that, like, yeah, this is where I drove from when he went to the Steel Toe show and got all the footage from that. But there's a difference there. There's an anonymity that some people have. So it's just interesting to hear who he thinks should be doxxed or when it's okay to dox people. But no, I mean, we've never hid from the internet. We're right here. We're not out here with, I don't know, some random anonymous name. It's because I think his point is like, people found out who you are and where you live and this and that. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, we didn't hide from it, really. It's like, damn, if people give a shit enough, then what are we supposed to do? But
fucking got a little attention, like, look at me, but none of you people fucking matter. What?
Nobody matters. He says I was crying because reality was sinking in. It's not that serious, is what my note says. Goes off about Kayla in April.
You understand? Wherever you run it yourself, you'll face there. And eventually you look in the mirror and be like, after no one cares about you shitting on them, after no one cares, like, wow, I'm still a fat cunt piece of shit. And I can't wait till this one realizes it. Look at her. Look at her.
Look at me. Look at me.
Her. And do you understand all the shit she says about me, Keanu, Aaron?
Okay, hold on. I sat down when I heard this and I'm like, what does he mean exactly? We've not said or done anything other than watch clips of you and make comments. That's what any and everyone does. So it's like, I haven't been saying anything out of line or unreasonable or anything that we're not all looking at, yellow shirt, headband, whatever.
They're never on screen literally crying about it. She's crying not about what we said, but about reality sinking in.
What does that mean? Reality sinking in. I'm good, Geno. You should probably check in every now and again with reality. I'm based in reality. I have no delusions. This is a different, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You understand? Reality sunk in. And that cunt now has nothing. And she's...
Oh. I now have nothing. Literally the only thing that changed is Jackie left the show. That's it. I'm not sure what else I would have lost.
He's literally like, all right, so I guess I have to shit on everyone without her, because I'll tell you something else. You get a lot of mileage. You get a lot of mileage, bitch, by going, well, you know what? It was Haley or whatever her name is. I really don't know their names. One is Haley, right?
So he's saying you get a lot of mileage having another human shield as a co-host? No, I think we all know of the two, I'm a little spicier. I'm a little quicker to respond, unfortunately. But I think that's just the Irish in me. But no, I would not ever want to use her as a shield, and I don't think that's possible. Jackie was very reserved and
You
kept
think
herself
everyone
very-
else is doing this shit and you're just a part of it. You're just a shitty person.
I'm not, though. I'm not a shitty person. And sitting here watching you call it for months, I can't even count how many months. He's been calling Kayla Ricada a piece of shit slob whore, but all this stuff. April said April needed to get hit harder than she did. Like, I'm not a shit person. I don't roll over and drink a bottle of Jameson before 9 a.m. and then run off at the mouth on my internet show with 11 people watching about a private person and blaming the fact that your friend Steel Toe had you involved in some legal trouble. And it wasn't even you that was in trouble. Like, you were fine. They just wanted you to tell the truth and talk about what happened. But no, I'm not a shit person, actually. I have a lot of strong opinions and stuff, but who doesn't? I'm actually, I don't know. I hope I'm a good person. I feel like I am. But it's like, I don't know if it's projection or just his way of sort of compartmentalizing people. It's like, okay, they've been critical of us. They've called us out for not knowing what the fuck we're talking about. So this is a piece of shit. I don't know. Whatever.
And it caught up with you, and now you're crying like a cunt, and I love it. I
Like
love it. What don't you? And the only difference between this fucking slob whore twat and the cunt slob whore that is Kayla Ricada is crying like that too. But they won't let her on. They won't let anyone see her. April, fucking that dumb cunt lying slob. Anyone that would lie about fucking being abused, that's sick.
Prove it. Aaron said a couple weeks ago, both of my wives came out and said that I never abused them physically. Okay, great. Where? We would love to see it. I would love for that to be the truth, obviously. But all we have to go by is April told Keanu. It's like, all right, well, when? And Ashley's never come out and said anything. Yeah.
That's sick.
That's sick. That's sick. Not you attacking a private person for months on end. They always throw this. You don't even know these people. You don't even know us. You've never met Kayla. So what gives you the right to just, go off at the mouth about who she is and her character? And it's fine if you do, if that's your opinion, but just berating her, knowing that she's a private person, knowing that she's not online. But I'm the shit person. I'm the asshole. Got it.
You understand? And she's off somewhere being insane. And I love when people are like, yeah, you might be right. I hope you're right. I mean,
Tolkien Studies. I don't even know. I feel like I know that name, but either way, thanks for this because he knows.
I love the avatar. That alone, I love. Looks like a bunch. Looks like family. If that's your family, Tolkien Studies, you're welcome here anytime. Anyone that uses their family as an avatar, they must love them and must live a normal fucking carefree life. And I love you for that. Shout out Tolkien Studies. Okay. So if you don't get just how this shit fucking catches up with you, yeah. I mean, watch this. I'll take your word for it because I know you're not talking about her internet career.
Okay. I'm done with this with Geno, but the funny thing about
sad thing is,
oh, sorry. The funny thing about that is this video is like 33 minutes long or 35 minutes long. He went on for 2 more hours clicking around, pulling up information on myself. I'm assuming Jackie too. This is by word of mouth because there was someone else that was watching it that told me. But he started looking into who I was and was impressed. And so that doesn't fit the narrative. Who is it? Felicia, who's always saying, oh, there's these narratives being spun, blah, blah, blah. He could not let that stay online. He couldn't let him fishing around for information on myself and on Jackie stay online and all the positive things that he did find because that doesn't fit the narrative. He's got to be the asshole. He's just gotten through calling me a fat slob, cunt, whore, piece of shit, blah, 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 all this stuff. But apparently he gave me, flowers for what he did find. He was impressed. So it's like, and I don't give a shit. I'm not here to, impress Geno Bisconte. There's been a lot of rumors about my family. And as a matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks ago now, there were some rumors that were started about my family, and I got it. Misery loves clips again, getting it wrong, getting everything wrong. But he was pressuring me to show images of my family, and it creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is not my first day on the internet. I know it's weird here, but it was sort of strange because he was just pushing, like, why don't you prove that, it's this and it's that? And I'm like, are you okay, dude? So I thought, all right, you know what? I'm getting kind of tired of it. I will just go ahead and pull out the photo album and share some images of my family with you guys. So maybe this will help to dispel some rumors. Okay, here I am with all of my children at the park. This is little Timmy. I think that one's Jordan, if I can remember. Yeah, that's Jordan. Jamie, Emily, and Katrina. Here we are on the subway. Now, they're a little bit older. I've got a couple extra ones now back here. That one's, I think, what's this one's name? Lily and Tyrone. The rest of them you already have met. This is when we had to move out of the ghetto. I loaded them up in my white trash van. And we're having a good time, though. You can see we're all just pumping Biggie and Tupac, and it was fantastic. Had a good time with that. This was, listen, this is one of the downtimes, I'll have to admit. This is from EBT. We did get our food stamps. So I ran over to the store and, had to get some chicken. I got some kebabs. These are hamburgers, so everybody's happy. I feel like I'm missing a couple kids. They're probably around there on the other side of the laundry. Here we are. Summertime, right? Like, of course, you've got the fire hydrants going. Everybody's having a good time. Look at these smiles, would you? That's little Caitlin again, and Marie, Timmy. I think that one's Timmy. Here we are on, this is when we lived in the city. Okay. I don't know what to say. These are all my black children. The white ones were in school, duh. And the Asian ones and the Spanish ones. And here we are. This is one of my favorites, actually. Very candid moment of me and my children on the stoop. I don't know. Just look how happy everybody is. I said, okay, wait, don't put it in your mouth. Everybody, wait a minute. Don't take a bite yet. So grab that one real quick. Just a couple more here. Here's us doing double Dutch. So fun. This is a McDonald's. I mean, what kid doesn't like McDonald's? Look how happy they are. I said, okay, everybody gets a French fry. That's it. One French fry, one drink. That's all I can afford this month. Okay. This was a better day. We ordered like 3 or 4 pizzas at Domino's. Everybody's happy with that. KFC. I mean, am I right? Look how happy. Look at me. I'm like, yes, I did it. I did it. I was able to pay my bills this month and take my kids for fast food. Couple more. This was a very special day here. This is when we all got to go to the movies. I think it was like a rerun of Little Mermaid or something. I can't even remember. We don't really get to go very often, so this was a big deal. Now, this right here, I won some tickets on a radio show, and I got to take my kids to Disney World or Disneyland or whatever this is. So anyway, everybody, these over here got mouse ears. I couldn't afford it for these 3. So, and then this is at Universal Studios. Everybody was little Hogwarts or whatever. This I actually do love. This is me playing ball with the children. Pretty cool. I look great here, by the way. And then lastly, it's one of those things like Wu-Tang is for the children. Same kind of thing. You have to bring your kids up, right? So here I am teaching the children how to tag up the wall. We started with something really simple, PASP. And here's this little fella chilling. So, I hope that that's good enough for people. Now you've seen my family. So there should be no more rumors about any of that. And I hope that you're satisfied. That's about all I can say. No, but seriously though, you know, none of what I've heard has been true. So there's that on that.